There is one thing that can rob you of your labors in the spirit. It is for you to ignore that there is, first of all, no demand from you to do anything, to deserve anything in God. You will have to have it as a fundamental revelation. When you are on the 4th day of your fasting and you are feeling as if you are now doing the things you have not done before, let it occur to you. If you are struggling with it, say it with your mouth. If I finish this fasting, you didn't do anything, I'm okay. Your love is enough for me. Your grace is enough for me. Because the law imparts to a man spiritually an entitlement mentality. And that is one of the challenges. That is one of the leaven of the Pharisees. The leaven of the Pharisees can be touted as a spiritual pride. A pride that stems up from their capacity to engage spiritual activities or do spiritual things that other people cannot do, counting it as a basis for them to move ahead of others. So I should be better than you because you pray 2 hours and I pray 3 hours. So that's why, for example, some people tell me that they want to fast for 3 days. I will ask you, why do you want to fast? The why is not to stop you. The why is that sometimes when people tell you the reason, you will know it's not a reason. It's an adventure to prove a point. I've seen sisters that maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 people are fasting, and they also told me that they want to fast so that it will not look like others are fasting and is not fasting, and they have known you as the spiritual person in the house. So you have to fast to prove a point. That's what God wants to do. He wants to put you on the mud. You know what it means? He wants to put you on the mud and exalt Jesus. That's the only way God can prosper in our hearts. I pray it all the time. Put me on the mud, but let your grace increase in my life. Don't pray it, because God might take even a literal circumstantial occasion to humiliate you and be humiliated. But one thing was certain, the humiliation was never in vain, because I saw much more grace manifested in my life. This teaching test, it stands as a test. This one I want to do now. Where am I doing it? That thing in itself is not wrong, but the hand of the flesh of self cannot handle it, and that's what Satan knows you don't know. All these things are judged in your heart and subconscious. That is where it is tested as passed, and that is where it is tested as failed. And if you now fail the tests of the inner man, the rest is a waste. So people will come and say, Kai, this guy, Kai, he can pray. Thank God, me too, I can pray. So I can tell you some things and you need to hear me. Your labors in prayer will finally count as much as you think. Not just because of the passage of time, but because of your grip of the gospel of grace. That's how it's going to work. I'm not saying you should stop prayer. You should pray more. But downside in the foundation, you are like a man crying out for help in such a way that my prayer of 10 hours does not qualify me for something in God. But it's crying out for God to at least consider me to stand. Even if you finally did not give me anything, consider me. Show me mercy. Consider me.